The new Mortal Kombat has been released, boys and girls, and I can't show it to you because it's too gruesome and this video will get flagged or demonetized or something. So here's a video of a dog in a meadow. Or maybe this nice cat. Look at that little guy right there. Oh, what's that? It's a seahorse. So I played the hell out of the last 3 games in this franchise before this new one. And some of the older ones as well. I mean, I remember playing some of these on the PS2. Pretty crazy shit to be playing as a child, if you ask me. This franchise has such a rich history, and it's crazy to see how much it has evolved from its earliest iterations to looking as beautiful as it does now with this latest installment. And oh, okay, yeah, no, we can't show that. We can't show that. Ah, probably take that one out too. Alright, you can't show that either. Demonetized. Mortal Kombat 1 released over 30 years ago in 1992. Wait a minute, this new one is called Mortal Kombat 1. That's confusing. Okay, let's just call it the original. NetherRealm has really taken a page out of the Battlefield playbook. The original MK released in '92, and it seems to me that everyone knows what this franchise is. Even people who aren't into fighting games or games at all are familiar with this series. It's just that iconic. Can't forget about the movies either. Look at that CGI, baby. The game sent shockwaves through the gaming industry back in the day for its over-the-top violence, to the point where it was the driving factor in the US government to start putting ratings on video games. Nobody had ever seen anything quite like MK, and there was a concern over the effect that a game like this could have on children. I wonder how they would feel about this new one. Speaking of the new one, let me talk about it. It's damn good. Let me mention that I am a sweaty tryhard in these games, and I always look forward to getting really good at like 5 or 6 characters and destroying my enemies in ranked play. In fact, I'm not talking about anything in this video besides the multiplayer and the actual fighting mechanics and combos. I haven't played the campaign yet, I haven't tried Invasion, I don't really do the towers. This is not an in-depth, comprehensive review of the entire package or anything like that. That being said, people are still gonna yell at me and say I don't know what I'm talking about. All of the Mortal Kombat games, and really all competitive fighting games in general, have varying levels of people that play it. The player base is divided up quite drastically, I'd say. There's the button masher who has no idea what they're doing. There's the average player who may do a couple simple combos here and there that aren't that long and call it a day. Then there's the above average player who can use various extended combos regularly and has a good knowledge of the game. Now, I would like to consider myself in that category, but then there's the literal robots of the game that I occasionally face that insist on humbling me. People who never fail to capitalize off of a combo opportunity. Perhaps a Raiden player who hits you once and then you realize you're not going to be playing the game for the next 30 seconds. Okay. I'd also like to play the game, sir. I like how Raiden went from a literal god in the last game to now just being an average farmer in this one, and somehow being one of the best characters in the game. I'm definitely practicing that guy next. Then there's the amazing community within the game. I mean, with the in-game voice chat, you really run into some interesting characters, I would say.
Fuck off. He just throws the X-ray. You freak fuck. You freak fuck. You just throw an X-ray. Oh, here we go. Like, what the fuck is that? Hey, why did what am I playing? Like, this is not Mortal Kombat. I spit in the back of this throat.
Bro, what? Mortal Kombat 1 seems to return more towards the roots of the series. That's not to say that I didn't love MKX and MK11 because I did, but this game has really trimmed off a lot of the fat in order to establish that more bare bones classic feel in a lot of ways, while adding some brand new key additions. There's no more interactive parts of the levels where you can throw something in from the background like that old lady in MKX. There's no sprint from MKX. There's no more character variations and customizable moves like in MK11. Now you may be thinking, well, this doesn't sound good. Why would they remove all these things? 2 words: air combos and cameos. That's 4 words, actually. The cameo system is absolutely amazing. Being able to call in other fighters to extend combos in the flashiest of ways is such a great addition to the series, and it makes for the most stylish gameplay the series has ever seen, if you ask me. Some of the cameos seem to be more meta right now than others. Some are definitely more useful than others, with Serena definitely being one of the top tier ones right now that a lot of people are using across many different characters. I mean, look at this easy combo extension once you call her in. It's like free damage.
It's free real estate.
There it is. It makes sense for them to have stripped away some of the elements of the last couple of games because the cameos really do make that much of a difference. When you're trying to pick up a new character, you have to consider who would complement them the best during a fight, and mixing and matching different fighters with the various cameos is a lot of fun. Especially if you're a sweat lord like me who likes to sit in practice mode forever trying to come up with sick combos. Speaking of sick combos, some of the best looking ones in this game are when you don't even let your opponent leave the air, as you utilize the new air combo strings. If you thought it was annoying getting juggled before, then just wait until people do it to you in the sky. Smoke is so good in this damn game. All of the mechanics just feel spot on in this game, and I love what they've done with some of the classic characters. They've brought back some people who haven't been in Mortal Kombat for a long time, like Raiko or Havoc. I also love what they've done with good old Reptile after him not making the roster in the last game.
Reptile wins.
Is he supposed to be twitching like that? Why is he doing that? It is just satisfying as ever to execute combos in this. However, every now and then the experience has been broken up a bit by long load times and stuttering, specifically in cutscenes. Now this seems to only be an issue with the PC port of the game. For whatever reason, Mortal Kombat has just never translated to PC well at all. You can tell that the game is made with Xbox and PlayStation optimization in mind, and then they just kind of throw it onto Steam and see what happens. Now, I was having quite a lot of troubles with the game's performance at first, but then I realized I had installed the game on my hard drive as opposed to my SSD. What a fatal mistake.
Fatality.
As soon as I would press on anything in the menus, I'd be sitting there for like a full minute and nothing would happen. Also, it was a little bit weird when the two fighters would clash before an online match, only to have it load forever. They would like say their cool dialogue and then stare deeply into each other's eyes for like 45 seconds.
Sizoth is a mouthful. Can I just call you Reptile?
Only if you beat me.
Two hours later.
Hey, we get to play the game. All of these issues were smoothed out a bit once I reinstalled on my SSD, but still, PC performance just doesn't seem to be quite on par with Xbox and PlayStation. The only time I'm ever gonna admit that I'd rather play something on a console as opposed to a PC. Console master race, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go get back to my fatalities now.
Fatality. Kenshi wins.
You definitely can't show that anywhere on the internet.